Good day, puppy lovers. It's Live Wednesday with Laika. Yeah, you're gonna get your bath. Are you being shy with the camera? So this little girl is getting a nice bath. I haven't seen her since December. It's February, so it's time for her bath. We're gonna give her a nice short coat. That's a love, huh, Laika? Yeah, we're gonna put you in the bath. It's bath time. Just tie you up here. So I don't have my mic this morning. We're gonna have to make do with the mic that I have on my phone. Yes, she is a cutie. Hi, Jason. She is a sweetie, and so is her mom. She's such a sweetie. She got me some cookies to have with my coffee this morning, homemade cookies. Hey, little girl. We are expecting a huge snowstorm, up to 40 centimeters. What are centimeters in inches? 40 centimeters would make what in inches? I don't know the conversion by heart. So anyhow, lots of snow starting later this evening. I already have some cancellations for tomorrow. Some of my clients are just not gonna brave that snowstorm. All right, so let's get you clean, girly. So you just want to hang out with me this morning? Fine. Just follow along, and if ever you have any questions, I'm right here. Let's see this dog get pretty. Yes, this dog will get pretty, and you'll see how easy she is to groom. Yes, she's very easy to groom. She's a good girl. I've been grooming her for, I'll have to check her card. I've been grooming her for a while now. Little booger. You might be the booger. Little girl. No, the bugger is Jace. Jace is my dog. My little Maltese. Not Maltese, sorry. Sorry, not Maltese. I have my other one's a Maltese. No, Jace is a little Morky. My little Maltese mix is about her age, I'm guessing. How old are you, Laika? I know you're older, but I don't remember your age. So I'm just getting our first shampoo here with the Germinator. It's not like you're going to escape, right? I can take this off. You're not the type to jump out. No. I'm always doing the same. Like I start with the back end, and I'll do the legs, and then the tail. And move on to the front legs, neck and chest. Now we do your head. So this shampoo doesn't have any conditioner in it. It's just where I buy my products. They didn't have any more my other shampoo that I use, my mix. And I really needed more shampoo, so I got this one, and I'm happy I did because it really, really works well for odors. But I usually go with the Tropiclean 2-in-1. And still didn't have any, and I reordered the week after, and ended up getting, what's the other one? I'm forgetting the name of this one. It's the SOS Sous 2-in-1. So, all right, you're good to have your little nose cleaned here. It's a little drop between the eyes. See how calm she is? not the same story as yesterday's pup. Last night, later, like around 4:15, I had my last client, and oh boy. Squiggly. Oh, and by the way, 2 uploads ago, I had uploaded a video about, it was, her name was Bianca, the pup's name was Bianca, and she really had a really bad eye. And the client that brought me Bianca was actually the babysitter, and I should have thought of that. I asked if I could film the dog. She said, oh, there's no problem, you can film. Excuse me. And it was all great. She asked me for the link, everything was fine. And the night before last, late at night, I get a text, well, a voice text, and it was the babysitter, Bianca's babysitter. And she said she had talked to the owners, and they didn't want me to have the video up because, you know, I didn't get their consent. I got consent, but not from the owner. And, you know, I should have thought of that. This is not her dog. I asked her, she says, oh, it's all good, it's fine. No one ever says no, in general, because I always ask permission right before I film the dog. I never mention the client's name for protection and whatnot, you know, for protection for, you know what I mean, for privacy. And yeah, so she asked me if I could take it down because, you know, this wasn't her dog, and she was saying sorry also that, you know, that she should have thought of it also. We both should have thought of it. We both didn't. You know, I was just like, oh, let's film your little pup, you know. This could be good education. Because the dog had, what do you call that, an ulcer in her mouth. And that ulcer was seeping, leaking, you know, right out of her cheek. And yeah, she was in bad shape. She was pretty matted. So, yeah. So I respected their wishes, of course, and I automatically went and deleted it. So, flop. Wipe that out of her ears. I don't want any water in her ears. Okay, so I'm going to go to the second shampoo here. This is the 2-in-1. It'll rehydrate everything. Yeah, so I deleted it. But, you know, I've been here for about a year now doing this channel. Been on this channel for about a year. Well, over a year, sorry. October, January, February. So it's almost a year and a half. So a year and 4 months that I've been running my channel. So, yeah, I'm learning as I go. So, next time I will know I will know to be sure that I ask the actual client, the owner. Okay, there's a lot of other stuff. Hi, Mandy. Hope you are well today. Would you say it's okay to use the leave-in spray conditioner between baths for when brushing my little... Yes, it's fine. Yes. You don't want to use too much because you don't want to, depending on which leave-in you're using, you don't want anything too heavy, but a leave-in conditioner is fine. It's a spray, it's just fine. If you're putting too much, and it's a little heavy, it might get, you know, sticky, mushy. Too much product is never good. Too much of a good thing. As long as you don't see any skin reactions or buildup in the fur. Yes, that's it. There you go. So A answered your question, Randy. I'm guessing you just got, what product did you get, Mandy? What did you choose? There's other, guys, here, I'm going to try to see. So the questions are, everyone's talking. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to, the accent that, look, I just know. You hear my accent? Accent, Canadian, French. I'm actually born in the States. My cat needs a bath. Could you please give her one? If you're in the Montreal area, I don't do cats, but if you're in the Montreal area and you have dogs, little dogs, 20 pounds and under, say hi, Riley and McKinley. Hi, Riley and McKinley. Playing us. Okay, I'm going to continue doing the washing this pup because I don't want her to be cold. I'm just going to get some of my other shampoo here. It's a facial. Yeah, I want to get her done so I can go dry her as soon as I can. I'm going to show you guys I got a new bathrobe. So I like to put that conditioning spray on. Oh, you haven't got it yet. Okay, I'm going to read that once I get to the table. My hands are a little busy right now. Yeah, I like to put her conditioning spray on, let that work into the coat, and then I put a nice little bathrobe on her. And it's got little ducks on it, it's so cute. Alright. So this is her last rinse, and we're going to get dry. Yeah, we're going to get dry. There you go. Come back up. Look at that hair. Good girl. Doing a good job. You sure are. Yeah. What's going on with those teeth, honey? Yeah, she's missing a lot of teeth. Those top canines are gone. You eating too many cookies? Huh? Stand up, hon. Remember, guys, always give them a good rinse because you don't want your dog going home itchy. Just hold those ears down right at the base of the ear and be sure that there's no water that gets in there. And right before doing that, I wipe her ears up, as you've seen, so that I don't squish any water in there either. Get some more of that water out. All right, do this again. Can you do this again, honey? One more time. Be sure to get all of that out. Okay, let's see if there's any soap left. Let that water go down. There's always a little bit of that residue there. There. Back up, hon. Hang on. Good girl, we're all done. She does such a good job, guys. She's such a sweetie. There, that's good. There. Boy, but you soak up some water, huh? Yeah. Get everything out of the way. So I'm also going to put this back in here because I like to prepare for the next dog. So I add some hot water in there. Get her out of the tub. Yeah, adding hot water in this little basin here, this little tub. We'll warm that water up for the next pup. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna tie her here. Turn that off. Oh, you just took your towel off. Set up my camera. She's right there, and I'm watching her. She's all good. She doesn't jump or do anything fancy. I can't lean that on you, can I? I got one hand. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna look at my light. I have two hands. I'm trying. There you go. Okay, camera's set. Turn the light on. Turn this light off. And I'm all set. Come here, hon. Oh, come here. All right. Hi. 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 Okay, so I've been grooming her since 2022. I thought it was longer than that. I see her every 7 weeks since 2022. There. So I'm just soaking all that water out. Leave some place for some of the magic to happen. We need to put some nice spray on there. So soaking up all that water, and let them do that, let them shake it out. For those who don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Jenn. I've been dog grooming since 2010. I'm a professional dog groomer. I own my little business here, my home. And yes, it is my daily work to care for these little pups. I only groom small dogs 20 pounds and under, so. All right, so that's done. Let's put some spray. A little bit of spray. Some dogs are afraid of these spray bottles, so I suggest just small spritzes. Or just spray on your hand, and you can just pet the dog like that, especially at their head. Try to get a little on there. Or just like nice and close up, like for her ears here. I'm going to try to soak that a bit. But like around the face, you don't want to spray around the face. You don't want to get this in their nose, in their eyes. There, look at that. All right, so I want to show everyone I got this cute little. Here, we're going to put this on while I clean out her eyes and her ears. Come here, rubber ducky. Turn. Thank you. Let's just say that this Velcro is it's really good. So I hope that can stay on. It's fine. Okay, so she'll stay warm a while. She's got a little belt. Let's try this. There. Make a nice bow at the top. All right, so I'm going to clean out her ears, try to get in nice and close here, and maybe read a few things that you said. Just really quick, a few of them. Playing you groom in my own groom room. That's pretty cool. So we're grooming together. This is A that's grooming with me, grooming along. But I'm going to wait for her to be a little more dry to go and read that, okay? You're going to dry her first, so take the time to read your comments, guys. So let's get in, I want you to see. Let's get in closer. I'm going to use a flea comb here just to clear this out. See all that water when I washed her? Just loosened up all that debris. Using the flea comb will help. If it's tight in there, you don't have to pull it all out. It's too tight. This is a knot. I don't want to pull it out. So what I'm going to do instead, I just made sure that I pulled it away from the skin. Comb this up again. So it's all good. You don't need to pull it out because you're going to just be cutting anyway. I'm just cutting that out. See? Cut it out. Little snip here. All right. So that's Jace, and I don't know why he's barking. Oh, I think it's Amazon. It may be Amazon. So I'm going to use my eye cleaner. Jace, you being a bugger. It's okay, Jace. He won't listen anyway. Look at how cute you are. You're cute as a button. So I'm going to use some tear stain remover. Oh, yeah, there's Amazon. Sorry about the barking, guys. I am a dog owner. So I'm just cleaning out her eyes here with the eye product, tear stain remover, just to be sure I got it all like down into the corners, because I don't go scrub here with soap. So. Yeah, they're being buggers. Leave them alone. And even if I try to tell Bud to quiet up, he can't hear me. He's deaf, so he can only hear certain frequencies, I guess. Like real high frequencies or low, I don't know. Okay, so I have one round here. And I'm going to go and clear out her ears with these little shavers here. These are nose shavers. It's not made for grooming dogs, but it's just a little shaver that I like to use in the ear. I do not stick it in the ear. I just lay it on the side, as I'll show you, and I just roll and I shave out. Instead of pulling, you can pluck. Sometimes if the client wants it completely cleaned out the ear, I'll pluck it completely. But in general, what you just don't want to have a plug in the ear, right? So I just go out in here and I just bring the hairs out, all sticking out like that. And I'm just going to roll it on the side like this. You can go one way, or you can go the other way if it's not catching. But I'm not sticking it inside the ear. You don't do that. I mean, seriously. See? So everything's all cleaned out. Tiny little hairs are fine. What we don't want, it's not little hairs in the ear that bother. It's the hair that accumulates and causes a little knot and just plugs up the ear. So there's a lot of air in there now, airflow in that ear now. So I'm going to use a little pad here. I'm going to wash that little ear. I'm going to show you guys how much I took out. And as long as there's debris, as long as your pad is dirty, you're not done cleaning. So see the hair that came out. She doesn't have that much. So what I usually do is I take it all off, and then I'm going to wash this. I'm not going to use it for the second ear. You wash it and dry it properly because there's a blade in there. And then I use alcohol to disinfect. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to throw this pad out. And I'm going to turn her around, and I'm going to do the other ear. See, there's no complaining with the dog. Everything is fine. I'm just pulling that hair into this direction, and I'm just going to slightly just turn. There are different techniques. You can either pluck. You can, some people have those hemostats, and they go right in, and then they twist and pull out. I'm not for that. I don't like that because, you know, if you're going to use the hemostats, at least just grab less hair at a time. This is just shaving, it's lightly shaving, so here. So it's just cutting, okay? So I'm going to take a new round, add a little more of this product on this one here, and I'm going to come in and clean that ear. So she's all clean. Those eyes are clean, those ears are clean. I like to do the eyes and ears at the table because I can see better, and I just feel like during the time that product can soak in, she can wear a cute little, this goes in the garbage, and I'm going to clean this. She can wear a cute little, a little house coat, a little, bathrobe. Here, we're going to take it off. We're all done. And check out her bum bum. Seems pretty fine in there. If there was debris in there that would have stayed and didn't come out in the water, I would have used this. Clean that out. Cut, and then use a baby wipe, which I can use a baby wipe here for her bum bum. Can you show me your bum bum? Show your bum. Up. There. You just use a little baby wipe in there, clean that bum up, okay? And throw that out. All right. So I'm just going to add a little alcohol here. Sorry about that. Okay, time to dry, honey. So if you have a headset on, the dryer's going to be loud. And I don't want that dryer to be too loud, and I'm going to get right to the comments in a second, guys, because, yes, you're going to wear this happy hoodie. All right, so I got these happy hoodies because, you know, I hadn't been using any. I mean, I had bought a happy hoodie, but it wasn't the name brand, and I just found that it didn't do much for them. I don't know why Amazon, anyway. My mistake, I didn't buy the right one. So now I got the real one, and they're a lot thicker. So that just helps keep the ears down, and there's less air flowing in the when I'm drying. So it's supposed to cause them less stress. Actually, I've noticed that the happy hoodie actually stresses some of the dogs out more. Some don't want it, so they'll kind of go with their paws and take it off. But right now, she seems to be doing fine. I'm just going to put her in her sling here. Reason why I do that in a sling is just because I don't want her turning too much. You know, I have one hand, excuse me, I have one hand, other hand's in the dryer with the dryer. So it's just like, it's a no-sit type of thing. No sitting. I don't want you to sit down. It's just that when you're doing this every day and you're constantly lifting and lifting the dogs, it's even if they're tiny like this, it's a lot of exercise. So I'm also going to wear a little headset here. And let's dry. kind of turn in the beginning, especially. Well, yeah, that's why I do this. And I put the towel, if you're wondering about the towel, it's just so that it's a little more comfortable. You know, they sell these with a plastic thing here, and it's like, how can that even be comfortable? So I took that plastic off. I didn't like it. And then I started using this, and I noticed it started getting, you know, kind of folded up, so that's why. So I'm going to dry her head, and I'm going to get to the comments. Want me to take this off? Here she is. You want me to take this off? Your little nose is all cold. What's a cold nose? It's hot in here. I'm hot. Okay, so sometimes I'll brush them out before I dry them. She's got really short hair, so she didn't really need to brush out. So I'm going to brush a little bit of those ears. Notice how I'm just using a wet brush here, and I'm just tapping and pulling up and away. I'm not grabbing onto the hair and just ripping. You don't want to do that. You just want to tap and pull up. And if there's a lot of knots, you can just separate them, you know. Sometimes do some ripping. That's what I just call it, ripping, where you're just ripping the knot. That, just tapping and pulling away. And it's always best anyhow to start at the tip and work your way up. I don't always do it, but I still just tap and pull up. Everyone works their own way, I guess. I'm just showing you how I do, how I work with dogs. She always gets a little bit of this. It just looks like cotton, you know, on the edge of her ear. Sometimes the dryer will help take those knots out while I'm drying. So I'm not drying her with the high velocity. You can if you want, as long as you're really far away from the dog and just, you know, creating wind. But ever since I discovered my little dryers, I have 2 little dryers that I absolutely love. Oh, I use those. I'm sure to use a little bit of alcohol on my tools when I'm done. Okay, you're going to dry your head with the smaller dryer. Moving the hair around while you're drying really helps separate the hairs to dry faster. No, look at your ear, hang on. Hang on. You want to be sure you're not going towards the ear and away from the ear. Or just hide, keep your hand in front. Hang on, honey. Okay, well, I'm going to switch dryers here. I'm going to use my other one. I'm going to switch dryers because she's cold. Where's my other one? Oh, no. Hang on, sorry. Some hair on there. You're okay, hon. You know this one. I'm going to lightly tap and brush. So if the dog doesn't like one dryer, I try with another dryer. You can use your hand towel dryers also. They're good for the human hair. That's fine also. I just like that other one because the nozzle is so tiny and it concentrates in one end. There are different nozzle attachments also. But I tend to only use that one, so. If the dog really doesn't want me to finish off the head, I'll just let the head dry on its own. As I always say, this is not competitive grooming, I am grooming family pets. Because when you dry the dog, the straighter you can get that hair, the nicer the cut. But I will choose comfort over vanity always. If the dog's not comfortable with me doing something, then try to find another way to do it, or move on, or sometimes take a break. Taking breaks helps. You know, when you take a break, I mean just do something else. Like if the dog doesn't want you to be, handling his paws, then okay, do some clipping and stuff. And then come back to the paws later. Look at that beautiful fluffy ear. So it's a little longer drying with this one. But as I said, safety and comfort before vanity. She's such a curly girl. Yes, you are. Good showing. Not finish off the one. It looks so light. You turn a little, honey? So her mom doesn't want me to do that whole poodle look where you have that ball on the head and hang on. The face. Get some of those curls out. Huh? And neck. And we're tapping and pulling away. I don't want to be scratching her. Because this dryer is just like a slipper brush, right? Got those aggressive pins. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, it's looking good. For sure, I'm not going to go in there and do just going to fluff her hair up here at the top. She's got some knots also, little mats there that I'm going to just cut out. I don't like playing around the mouth too much, especially for the older dogs. I don't know, maybe she's pulling in here. Now I gotta hold her head somehow. Alright, I'm going to let the rest dry. Hang on. I'm going to let the rest dry on its own because she's had enough. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, it's my other one? Room. I have a haunted grooming room. Let's see. I'm going to read some of these here. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to take 2 seconds here. My cat needs a bath. I saw that one. Give me a second. I'm going to bring this up a bit that I can't see. There. All right. By me, A says, by me, so many dogs seem to have skin allergies. Esprit tea tree and aloe is my go-to. Tropical Clean smells great though. I love it. Hope you're doing well. I read that one. Yes, yes, yes. As long as you don't see me. Yes, I read that. I'm just reading here. I have got it. Still just, yeah, Mandy. Still looking for a good one. If you could suggest any, that would be great. She does use the Tropical Clean shampoo and conditioner and has a bath every 2-3 weeks. You know, a good one. The one that I'm using now, I don't even remember. Someone had asked me I had a big, is it 4 liter? And I just transferred in this bottle and I threw up. I don't remember. I don't remember. Actually, I've used a few that I find fine. It's trial and error, and it depends also maybe on the dog and what you're looking for. But you know, just get a good company brand. I'm guessing sometimes you'll like it because of the smell. Sometimes you won't like the smell. This one I find it's fine. I really like it. As for the coat, the feeling, it's very soft, but I'm not remembering the name of it. The smell, just ordinary, nothing to write home about. But I'll try to figure this out, and I'll get back to you, Mandy, if I can figure out which one it was. I'll go back in my shopping cart and remember, because I bought that huge, I think is it 4 liters? It's that huge one, huge. Anyway, and I'm going to try to see if it's, if I can get that to you. I have to get back to my pup. I love listening along, very relaxing, and learn some tips along the way. That's what I'm here for, eh? Yeah. Thank you. I am probably in my 30s. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. In my 30s, yeah. Oh, Bruno, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. There's a little like there for you too. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Yeah, I'm in my 30s. When I was a youngin', you know? Sister... And God bless you too, twinkling stars. Thank you. All right, so let's go with the groom. All right, so I'm done reading everything, guys. I just got to take 2 seconds to read a bit because I'm live, right? And that's what I'm here for. So if you have any questions, I'm right here. And look how sweet my client, like his mom, got me. She made these homemade cookies for me. So she's such a sweetheart. So I'm going to have that after my lunch. All right, so let's get to this perfect little pup that's just letting me talk here. All right, back to work. So we're going to start off with her belly and under her arms. And we're going to shave. Come on. Up, little girl, good girl. So I'm going to clear out all of this area here so when she goes potty that she's all nice and clean and there's no odors. I'm using a 10 blade here, guys. That. Just cleaning all of this area out. Look at how patient she is. She just lets me hold her. Good girl. Can I get a good girl in the comments? Good girl, like. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Elizabeth Jenn, and I've been grooming since 2010. I've been running my little business, home business here ever since. I groom only small dogs, 20 pounds and under, and if you are interested in more videos, because I upload every Monday and Friday, I upload a new video, very educational, and yes, every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time, so check your time zone, and you can subscribe. That would help out this channel for sure, so that I can keep bringing you some more of this kind of content. No, honey, he's not letting me. Gotta get in there. And I'm live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. If ever I'm not there at 10, it's probably because maybe a client has canceled or whatnot, but I'll always let you know what's going on. I might just jump in at 12:30 or something. Remember, it's Eastern time. So I'm just shaving under there because they really need to be shaved under the arms, not brushed, because that hurts, right? So I'm just going to clear out her little pee-pee area here. You got to go in gently. And this is a 10 blade, guys. Don't go in with anything else than your 10. And the reason why we clean this out here is because they end up urinating, and when they go pee-pee, that stays there. It can cause infections, can cause odors, discomfort. It gets nasty. All right, let's do feet. Feet done. And if you don't wear a mask when grooming, if you're grooming a dog here and there, that's fine. But if it's like you're all day long and you're in the shop or whatever, and you're grooming dogs all day long, wearing a mask is a must, because all of that hair, dander, debris, whatnot, is flying around. You're breathing it in. And there's a disease that's called groomer's lung. And groomer's lung is a serious disease. It's the same type of thing as, when you work wood, and, my friend's father ended up having to wear an oxygen tank because he never wore a mask when he was working. So wearing a mask will help with that. But as I said, if you're just grooming your dog once in a while here and there, I don't think you'll get groomer's lung from that, but it's just if you're working with it all the time, and you're in that type of environment. So it's just good protection for your lungs. Just go read up on it. It's nasty. So I've been wearing my mask for the last 14 years. Keeping my lungs healthy. All right. Let's give her a brush. All right, we're gonna tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna show you guys how I brush. When you're using a slicker brush, it's important not to be brushing on the body because you can be scratching. See those pins? What you want to do is you want to deposit onto the body and pull up and away. So we're just giving light taps. So that's how you brush your pup. If you're using another type of brush that has those little plastic tips on it, that's fine. Just try it out on your arm first. If it hurts you, it's going to hurt the dog. If it's fine for you, then it's fine for the dog. Then you can brush normally like that. But try your slicker brush on your arm and you tell me how that feels. So she doesn't have mats, really. She's just got little tangles. I want to get those little curly curls and kinks out of there, so that I can give her a nice cut. Okay. I'm going to do her nails also. So once I'm done that, I always come in with my comb and check out to see what's going on, if everything's fine. So yeah. So again, thank you. Is that what's called a super chat? I'm not sure what that's called, but someone sent me a little bit of thank you money or something like that, and I say someone, I'm not saying someone, I'm saying here it's burnout. And I'm going to thank you again. Is that called a super chat? So someone's asking me how old I am. How old am I, guys? By the way, the gray hair, I've had that since I'm 18. Since I was 18. That gray, maybe a little more. Well, how old am I? Let's get everyone guessing. See if I'm going to get depressed by seeing the ages that you give me. Or happy. We'll see. There. 38. Madison. Close. 38. Madison. Whoa. Sorry, honey. Sorry, little one. All right. Show me your belly. Up, up. There you go. Good girl. I need a good girl in the comments, that's for sure. I'm gonna tell Leica she did a good job. Everyone's rooting for her. You do a good job. She's so sweet, guys. Really. Okay, so I got all of that out. Sometimes over here, you know, that can get a little knotted up, so I like to take either my scissors. I don't like combing out too much. It depends on the pup and it depends on the style of the knot. Oh yeah, it is Valentine's coming up. Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day to everyone out there. Anyone doing anything special? I'm going to see my husband play. We're both musicians and he's playing. He's playing, I'm not playing, but I'm going to see him play so that he's not alone on Valentine's Day. Once all this is all out of the way, guys, then we can get the clipping done. We're pretty much done the brushing. I just got to do the top of the head here. There. There. Good girl. Did I get any good girls there? There. Okay. See, if ever there's a knot that's being nasty, oh, it came out. You can just come in with your thinning shears and just cut that. It's fine. It won't show. Thinners are very forgiving. Her hair is just like, her hair is just like cotton. Oh, cotton face. I'm just playing around in those knots there. There, got them out. Oh, look how patient you are. You're so kind, little one. Yes, you are. I need you as a mascot. Leica the mascot. It's such a nice name too, Leica. It's different. I have so many Charlies, Maya's and Charlie. All right, whoop. We're done. Just gonna cut this out later with these scissors. Okay, let's get shaving. All right, so she's a 10mm. Come in here. Read your card. Always read your info card, guys, before starting. You don't want to make any mistakes. All right, let's turn her around. All right, so just going to turn her around here, and let's get clipping. I'm going to be in the zone, guys, so here we go. So 10mm on the body. That is the 3/8 inch, the blue, well, bluish purple, number 2 Andis adjustment comb. So this is what it looks like. I always get the top done first, and get the sides out of the way. This is on her head, and let's move on. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to just bring this all the way down here. And I kind of just bring it all the way around here. Back end. Careful this area here, there's some skin. I'm also going to lift her leg, and I'm going to do that front of that leg. Sometimes I'll do it, certain dogs, depends. Sometimes I don't, but I like to have her legs nice and, my mom likes her legs nice and short, right? So if I wanted to, I'd just taper off here and scissor the rest to a fluffier leg. But mom likes it short, so we're going in short. So that means I'm bringing my 10 blade all the way down the front here. This will finish off with scissors, okay? Right here. Skimming right off there on the side there. So this is off. Turn her around. Little X back here, being careful. Lightly in the back here. You don't want any skin going into those blades, into the blade. Same thing on the side. Skimming off the shoulder, just like right at the elbow, I mean. And right in front of the foot. Everything will be equaled out with the scissors. Alright, turn it around. I'm almost done with shaving. Shaving with the clipper. The rest will all be finished with the scissors. Can you lift your head, honey? Always try to go in nice and softly at the neck. You don't want to jam that into her neck. You don't want to go in too fast. Sometimes they can be bony here also, so you got to be careful. Just getting all that bulk out behind her ear. Same thing behind this ear. Look how she just lets me groom her. Isn't she sweet? There. We're going to lift her up, up, up. All the way down. Never coming in like this. Don't come in like this over here. There's a flap there, so come in this way. You don't want skin getting in there. And I'm going to come and do reverse just to blend all of that out. Everything else will be scissored. Put your legs down and go between the legs. One side, hang on, honey. And the other side. No, hang on. And the other side. Okay, let's do your head. So that was a 10. Again, once again. Number 2, Andis. That's 3/8 inch. Now we're going to go in with a 19. A 19. Where's 19? 19 is the purple. 3/4 inch. That's a purple here. A lilac. Lilac! Just turned on the thing. Just dropping right off. Never going down into the nose, just dropping off, following the same direction as the nose, about, just dropping it off. I'm going to pull the skin back and do the same thing so I can get a little more in the front. There, we're all done. Putting your stuff away as you work, your tools away as you work, will help you work faster, in the sense not working faster in your movements, but working faster more efficiently. Faster efficiency is what makes you work faster. All right, so we're going to do our nails. Let's clip our nails. Can you turn? Bring this in a little closer. I know that the nails are a touchy subject for a lot of you out there. It was for me too. I was many years afraid of clipping nails because I was so afraid. I was so scared of hurting them. And it does happen, guys. It does happen where they might bleed. But as long as you're just nipping a little at a time, and you're not jumping in and trying to grab a chunk, you got to keep your eye out for that little dot in the center of the nail. If they have black nails, the dot will be black. If they have white nails, the dot will be pink. Okay, now she got mad at me. Okay, she's okay. But I'll show you what I mean by pink. Well, it's like pinkish, beigeish. She got mad at me, guys. Can we zoom in? I can't zoom in, can I, while I'm live? I gotta find out if I can do that. I don't know if you're seeing it, but there's this pink. There's white around it, and then you've got that little pink there. So I'm gonna back this up a bit. Can you show me your little thumb there? Take just a little off here. And these nails are always the harder ones. You just want to pull the nail like away. Like I put my finger, pull it away from the paw. Always pulling the hair back. One more little one. She doesn't want this. One more little one. There. Okay, we're all done. We're not even going to use the Dremel. We're good. We're good. Back this up. All right, let's start scissoring. Fun part. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to get all of the feet done first. Like, just, I go around the feet flat. You can do it either straight on the table. I like to lift. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. But as long as you're not cutting side like this to the side, as long as you're like flatter, because you want that little bevel. You know, you want that foot to be not square but beveled. I'm just holding that hair and cutting whatever is in front. And this thing is cool too. I just got this off Amazon. It's just a little brush. I like to get rid of all that little hair on that foot, brush it out. You gotta be careful with the pads, guys. Pads bleed very, very much. Anything that's extremity, like all the extremities, like the tips of the ears, the tongue, pads, that bleeds a lot. All the feet are done. Let's see if I have any questions here. Okay, no questions. All right. Let's just move on. Use my curves to do a nice little curve here. It's always the same thing. I do everything the same sequences. Come on the inside here. Just going to. All I'm doing is following the leg. Follow the leg right down. See, dog grooming is not always this easy. Leica is a sweetheart. She just lets me groom her. So see here, remember I didn't clip anything here? Wow, there's a knot there. Okay, just fluff everything up. See, it's shorter here. I'm just going to get rid of all of that. And up, straight down to the table. Again, this is not competitive grooming. I groom family pets, and I follow the instructions of the client. If the client asks me for short, long, whatever they want, as long as it makes some kind of sense. She likes her nice and short. On the inside here also. Straight down. So again, if you're interested in videos like this, like today I'm live, but I have other videos on my channel, and I upload every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'm live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. On Wednesdays. Just cleaning out, around there. My videos are, in general, pretty much educational. I like to talk to explain. I explain as I go. And I've been doing this for a while now, since 2010, so. You know, guys, if I'm repeating myself, it's just that sometimes new people come in, so it's just to let them know. You always got to be careful. There's that little thumb here underneath, so I got my finger there just to protect it, to be sure I'm not going to go snip that off. This way. Sit you down, sit down, sit down. Push. All right. All I'm doing, again, guys, is I'm following the leg. Just follow it straight to the armpit, straight. Always remembering there's a little toe there. I'm going to hold that little hair underneath, keep her toes nice and straight. I mean, nice and straight. I'm like creating a box. See? Flat, 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 and flat underneath. And then all I'm going to do afterwards to make it round is I'm going to get rid of the corners. And I found that I got the hang of it pretty quickly, fairly quickly, once you understand it. You make a square, then just round it out. All you have to do is, you know, you got to get used to your scissors, and, of course. And it depends on the dog. If the dog's not moving like this, then really we're good to go. But it's mastering the dog that's moving around. If the dog's pulling on the leg and doesn't want me to cut, I'll just come in and lock that elbow like this. See how that's locked? But I see she doesn't like that. Some dogs prefer this. And I prefer the other way. And the reason why is because when I'm locking the elbow, sometimes they'll just bend their paw like this, and then I can't get that straight cut. But you know what? It's not about perfection. If the dog is difficult, the dog is difficult. That's all. And you let your client know I did the best that I could with the situation. All right, so we got one leg, one side down. Let's see, this one leg and the other leg here. Okay. Same thing on this side. And I always do the same sequence as I was saying. Start with that leg, come along the side, do this front leg, do this one, and we'll go in the back, we'll do the tail, then we do the front. So that I'm not, you know, bouncing around from one end to the other. I just go around her. And I turn the dogs. You could easily just work around your dog, like go around and walk around. But depending on the dog, sometimes I have to do that. Just being good. Protecting that little toe. There's some knot in here. I didn't get a lot with my brush. And around the side out. Okay. And when you're starting out, sometimes what's not easy is trying to get them both the same, you know, same size. Just come in. It's okay to cut through the knot. If there's a knot, and it'll be easy to brush also after. Can you stand, honey? Just be sure you're standing. Now you're going to pull. Wait. Wait. Thank you. It's back on here. Getting a tickly throat. So if they pull, you kind of pull back, but you wait. You just keep that little moment. Can you stand a little, honey? I don't want you to hurt yourself. Give me a second. Wait, wait. Give me your leg. Let her do it. She'll give it to me. Are you getting tired of being on TV? on Tutu? can't say YouTube, she says tutu. And all it is, guys, is just bringing the hair from one side to the other. I'm just trying to make everything straight. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. Oh, I did that again, did I? I forgot to. Sorry for the ringing. I think you might be hearing the ringing. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Oops, sorry. I banged the, I hit this here and she got scared. I know, it's stressful. I'm like ringing. Well, okay. I'll get back to you. There's no long ring. Okay, it's done. I scared like I ended up hitting the pole there, and then she just got scared. I'm so sorry, little girl. Can I do that right now? Hang on, give me a second. I just gotta see if I can do that. Do not disturb. Give me a second. I'm looking for the do not disturb. Do not disturb. There you go. Yeah. I keep forgetting to put the do not disturb on. All right. So we're doing this last leg. Right behind here, nice and flat. Pull all of this out. On the side here. You always got to be careful. Some dogs have that little another extra toe there. So you got to be careful with that. You don't want to cut that toe. Always check to see if they've got those toes there. Feel. Get used to feeling their feet all the time. Feeling their feet, feeling their bodies to see if there's any warts out there. You don't want to be shading any warts and then have them bleeding and having to explain yourself to the client. And always explain yourself to the client. If ever there's anything that happens that you nick the dog, or you have to let the client know. They will appreciate your honesty. And, for the well-being of the dog, it's best that way, because if you nick the dog, they might need some care at home. You put a little alcohol or a little, well, alcohol might sting a bit, but we all did it. I mean, my mom used to put alcohol whenever I get hurt. Spritz some alcohol in there. It's like, ow, it burns. But disinfects. It's only for a second. You're not dying. But there's other antiseptics, other things you can use. You gotta always be prepared in your grooming room to have some gauze or, anything. It can happen. It can happen. You're human. The dog is moving. This is a moving canvas. It doesn't mean you're not a good groomer. Sometimes a noise can happen. Something can happen and the dog turns and, oh my God, it's called an accident. It happens. We work really hard for it to not happen. You got to be aware, and you got to move, fairly softly and consciously. You got to pay attention to what you're doing, but it does happen. So you got to be prepared. And you gotta tell the client. I remember there was one time where I worked in a shop not for very long. And there was an incident that happened with a cat, where the cat ended up climbing up the inside of a wall that wasn't, they were fixing the wall behind the bathroom in the toilet, behind the toilet. And there was like a hole. The cat ended up in a hole. they tried to get the cat out of there and they were pulling on its tail. My God, I couldn't believe it. And then the owner says, do not mention any of this that happened today in the shop. Don't say anything. You know, they were pulling on that cat's tail. This was like years ago. They're pulling on the cat's tail, and the cat's so scared. And the reason why, by the way, the cat was jumped out was because there was another dog or whatever, and dryers, and they just got scared. I know it has something to do with the dryers. But anyhow, so she's saying, oh, don't say anything to the clients. I just found that completely wrong, because if something happened to the, you know, you're pulling on the cat's tail, or, you know, anything happen, because the tail is a part of the spine, right? What if something happens, you know, and you don't tell the client, they go home, and then a day later their dog or their cat is limping or something happened, right? It's like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to say, look, this situation happened. It happened. It's like, it's not like you planned for it. The cat got scared, jumped out of your hands, ended up running in the bathroom up in the... I can understand that it's also stressful for the owner, and the owner doesn't want, you know, but you'll be a lot more respected if you're truthful. And if it really is a fault of yours, you know, I mean, like me, if ever anything were to happen, where's the wood? Gotta touch wood. Yeah, I'd be responsible for the vet bill, you know. Just be responsible. It's important. It's important for everyone. Be truthful and responsible. Up, up. Okay, I'm going to do the inside of the legs. We're going to have a look at her head. Up, 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 up. Honey, you can lay your head down there. Yeah, I just want to be sure this is nice and straight here. I'll do the best I can. You getting tired? You're a good girl. Okay, you sit down. Sit, sit. Sit, sit. Thank you. Let's do her head. She's a great poodle, yes. Give them a Coke. She is looking nice, isn't she? I was just saying, the groom's looking nice. How do you know how much hair to cut off? Yes, that's what I was mentioning. You know, like when I started, this is a question here from Mango Gelato. You know, you ask the client, this is what I do. I usually will give the length on the body with a clipper comb. And then when I come in and I do the legs, I'll start off, I would suggest that you start off a little larger. Don't come in and take too much off. Just take what you can, and you'll be practicing this way also. So you take less off, and you try to make that column nice and straight, okay? And then after that, you look at it, and if you find it's not short enough, you go in and you do the same thing. And that's permitting you to keep practicing, okay? And then once you find the length is fine, then you know the length. But with time and practice, with your eyes watching and seeing the results, you'll end up just understanding and knowing. It'll come to you. Just trust the process, it'll come to you. But to start off, what I think you should do is start, like we'll say she had a lot of hair here, take only a little off, and then practice. You know, practice. Then say, okay, there's not enough off. That was nice and straight, let's do some more. So you just cut a little more off. And that's gonna cause you to keep practicing. So that's what I can say. But trust the process, eventually you'll just know. It'll just come to you because you'll have seen it so often that it'll come to you. And you always have to ask your client also if they want short legs or if they want them a little longer also. All right, so let's do your little face here. Okay, I'm just going to take my little tiny scissors here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that off in the front of her face. I'm holding her head nice and straight. She's a good pup. She doesn't yank or move around too much. See that? So I'm just taking some of that off so that she can see. In the center here, I'll bring this in closer. In the center there, I always like to pull all of this out. I call that like a little beak here, and I get rid of that beak also. All right, so I'm just gonna fluff her hair up. She just looks like a doll, doesn't she? Oh, you heard a noise. Hang on. Often at this point, some of the dogs that I groom, they actually fall asleep in my hand. They start keeling over because they're so like relaxed. And right now she hears me talk, but usually like I'm not talking. I'm just alone with the pup. And so all she hears is the water from my aquarium and the snip snip. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off here. We are so almost done, guys. I'm going to hold her little mouth. You always got to be careful if the dog's mouth is bad. You got to check to see that mouth to see how, if they have really bad teeth. Some dogs do not like to be held around the mouth, and it might be because of the bad teeth, and then they might want to bite you. But that's because you might be holding too hard. You want to hold lightly. And if you can feel the dog pulling away, then you might want to, try to adjust your grip. Not necessarily holding too tight around the mouth, but there are different ways to hold your dog. See, like I'm going to hold like this. I got my finger underneath. There's this little V shape here underneath where the tongue is. I'm just holding that. So I'm just going to make a nice round circle here. You seeing this? Yeah. I'm going to take everything that's in front of that ear out. You got to be careful. Sometimes in front of the ear, some dogs, I find that ticklish. So they might yank. They might pull. Especially if you're using these types of scissors here with those teeth. Sometimes because we cut and pull, it's almost like it's a blade, it's like you're pulling. And if your scissors are not sharp enough, that might tickle their ear too when you come around the ear like this. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not sharp enough. Some just don't like it at all. So this is nice and flat, right? So I want to kind of round this out and flatten it. See how I'm holding my scissors nice and flat? I want to bevel that. I'm just beveling it. All right? Pull this front here. I'm going to get rid of this. Opening the scissors just tiny, tiny open. We don't want to be cutting like this around the lips. Just like a little nip. You wait to see how the dog's reacting before you nip. Okay? If the dog wants to lick, you can feel it underneath there. All right. Hang on, honey. Hang on. Cut here. Hang on. I'm going to lift that ear back. If you're right-handed, you'll find that the right side of their face, when you're working this side, you're going to find it a little harder. You have to use your scissors differently. But it's normal. It's normal. Hang on, turn your head. It is only normal that it's a little harder because you're not using the scissors like you're used to. So see, using the scissors like this is one thing, but coming in like this, you might find that a little difficult. She's got yuckies, and she stays wet there because she's always licking. All right. I'm going to fluff all of this up. So for the face, it's the same thing. You get used to it. It's trial and error. You just want to make a nice circle. So you fluff everything up and out, everywhere. I'll get to her chin after. And you just want to, if you're using, it's better to use these actually because you're not cutting so much off than if you're just using one of those straight blades or a curved. So it's forgiving. That's what I'm trying to say. It's forgiving. I like to do a little V, inverted V over here. So I can, these are a little more aggressive, so I'll use these instead. Okay, I want to get this done and not. Oh, sorry, hon. There. All right, so behind that ear is fine. Yeah, a little more. Flatten this out. Side 2. Oh, that's fine. All right. The face is so much work all the time. So I'm just going to do her ears and I'm going to finish her face after so that I can get it nice and round. It's not round. It's not perfect yet, guys. You got to keep working it. You end up brushing it out and it's like, why is there another little piece of hair there? You know, you always have to come back in and keep working, okay? It's like, see, I don't like that. So let's do her ears. Mom doesn't want her ears too short. She likes that it's a little bit underneath her jaw, so that's another thing. How much do you take off here? Well, I usually like to come out around the jaw, but Mom likes it a little longer. So I'm just going to take just a little bit off. You got to check to see where the ear leather is. And I'm just going to really just tip the ends off. Just a little. And then I'm going to come in and see how sharp that is, all depending what type of look you're looking for. That's a sharp edge. And I don't want a sharp edge. I want a nice soft edge. Hang on, honey, you gotta hold your head. And I'm gonna come in at an angle. Ear up again. And I'm just going to soften that up a bit. There. And since Mom says she does not want the poodle look, so we're just going to just blend the top part of her ear here with the head. Okay. Any sticky outies, I'll come in afterwards, guys, and fix that. Okay. As you'll notice here, she's not straight. Not straight at all. Finish that off after. Okay, I'm going to do this side of the ear. Always check for the tip of the ear leather so that you memorize where that is. I'm going to take just a little bit off. I'm not taking a lot off. It's another thing. The ears, you just start cutting and then don't cut too much off and then have a look. And some dogs, hang on, honey. Some dogs, you know, they'll just prop one ear up a little higher than the other. It's not always easy to get those equal. Okay. And so yeah, I pull on one side and her other ear props up. All right, so we're doing this. I just want to be sure that you guys are seeing this. I'm in an angle. Fluff that up a bit. Give me a second, honey. Hang on, hang on. So some of you may say, this isn't the standard cut for a poodle. No, it's not, but it's what my client wants, and I'm not competing here. So I will repeat that so often. So all I'm going to do here is fluff everything up on this, you know, in the back. Fluff that a bit. I just want to make a nice come around like this. Nice little dome. Got a nice dome going on. Nice and round. Okay, so I want to finish off her face because see, I'm not satisfied with this at all. And as I said, I was not done. So let's finish this off. You just got to keep brushing out, combing out, I mean. You know, you fluff one end, even her ears. She's moving her ears around and takes them out. It's like, lady, let go of my chinny chin chin. All right, so I'm gonna come in here, straighten that out. I'm coming back up. I'm looking at the circle, right? And creating that smile. I don't want a sad pup. I'm a happy pup. I'm a happy pup. Like it's gonna go home and sleep this off. Are you? Starting to look pretty good, pretty sleek. And then often they'll just give it a shake. And when they do that, they give it a shake. Want to fluff those ears? Then you'll always have little hairs sticking out around the ears here. So. And then you just leave that shake. Just don't comb it out. Come in. She knows I'm done. Huh? She really knows that I'm done. She's getting antsy. Just want to open up those eyes a bit. Oh. Clean this up. She's so wet here. Whenever she sticks her, she licks her little nose. Okay, you want to be sure? Can we be sure and say goodbye to everyone? Are we going to be sure here? See, look at that. More. There's always more. There's a time we need to stop. Because I could do this all afternoon and try to make her perfect. There. I'm in the zone, guys. Sorry. Look at that. Legs, head, and everything. Look at that little one. Isn't she sweet? All right, I'm going to take this off so I can talk to you guys for a moment. I'll put this back on. I'm going to give her a little spritz of Jasmine. Happy Jasmine. Whoops. Let's hide your face. Alright, so I'm just going to check to see if there's anyone that... Mango Gelato, thank you for subscribing. Guys, if you want to help out the channel, as we all know on YouTube, everyone needs help here on YouTube to grow. I've been here 1.5 years. My name is Elizabeth Jenn. I've been grooming since 2010 professionally, and I own my little shop here in my own home. And yeah, so I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, and I am live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If ever I'm not there, I might have cancellation or something, so I'll be there at 12:30. And if ever there's anything else, I'll let you know through the, I'll just write it and let you guys know that I won't be there. So I'm going to be sure here. How do you know how much hair to cut? Okay, Mango, keep dog. Groomer is looking nice and you are not even done. Yes. The dog's reaction highs. Okay, I read that. Mango, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's more than a pleasure. Check out my other videos. There's so many other videos that you can learn from. You know, I just, as I go, I explain as I go. So that's how it's done. But thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you. I love the fluffy ears. What breed is this? This is Fox, PR7 Fox CE. That's really cool. Yes, this is a little poodle. This is a poodle. This is a poodle. So guys, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.